Good afternoon. This is your fourth geography lesson. Today we're going to look at mountains and specifically the features of a mountain. As always, we'll start with our vocabulary recap. Match the following words face, ridge, slope and tree line to their definitions. Talk to a partner, adult or match them in your head if you're working alone. Pause the video now while you think. Now we're going to recap last week's learning. First of all, can you remember what human and physical geography is? Pause the video while you have a think. Human geography is related to any human activity or something that is humanly constructed. Areas of human geography include settlements, land use, climate change, and economic activity. Physical geography is related to geography that is naturally occurring. Areas of physical geography include climate zones, biomes, mountains, and earthquakes. Can you identify which examples from below are human geography and which are physical geography? Pause the video now while you have a think. Hopefully you remembered that towns and cities and population are related to human geography and weather, volcanoes, rivers and rainforests are related to physical geography. Okay, moving on to this week's learning. By the end of the lesson, we're hopefully going to be able to identify the different features of a mountain. Here is the vocabulary we are going to use. Do you recognise any of the words? You might have recognised that these words make up our key vocabulary for our topic. Can you remember the definitions for any of the words? Don't worry if you can't, I'll put the definitions up at the end of the video. Your first task will be to draw a mountain. It doesn't have to be a specific mountain, just what you think a typical mountain looks like. Don't worry about your mountain being a masterpiece either, this should be a quick task. After you have drawn your mountain, I want you to label the features of your mountain using the key vocabulary from the previous slide. If you're not sure what some of the features are, then just do the ones you can. Pause the video while you complete task 1. Here's my mountain. Definitely not a masterpiece. I can see the foot of the mountain, which is at the bottom, and the summit, which is at the top, as well as the face, which is the side of the mountain. We also have a tree line and snow line, as I picture most mountains with snow at the top. Finally, I've labelled this part of my mountain as the slope. Does your mountain have any similar features? Does your mountain have any features that mine doesn't? If you're working on teams, it would be great to see your mountain drawings. Here's a look at the key vocabulary in more detail. Take a good look as you're going to use this vocabulary for your next task. Before we move on though, I want you to go back to your mountain drawing and add in any features you missed or correct any that weren't quite labelled right. On your sheet, there are some pictures of different mountains found in Asia. We'll go through the different types of mountains in next week's lesson. I want you to label the different parts of each mountain by writing the feature of the mountain next to its corresponding letter. We'll have a look at one on the next slide. Here is a picture of Mount Kinabalu, which is found in Malaysia. Let's have a look at its features now. At the bottom of the mountain is the foot, and at the top is the summit. The tree line is here, and the face is found at the side. I think there is a plateau at the top, as the mountain is fairly flat. It certainly doesn't slope as much as other mountains found in Asia. And finally, I think there is a rock formation at this part, so there is an outcrop here. Okay, over to you now. Your task is to label the features of the 4 mountains on your sheet. As previously mentioned, you need to do this by writing the name of the feature labelled on the mountain next to its corresponding letter. Remember to use the key vocabulary to help you, which I will leave on at the end of the video. Good luck, guys.